inhalation through the nose towards the back of the throat. Get a little music going. Your legs right now can be bent or straight. Get that breath going a little bit longer than you would if you weren't paying attention to it, if you weren't focusing on it. So when you think you have inhaled completely, keep it going a little bit longer, all the way up to the collarbones. And when you exhale, just let your body relax. And as I said, the legs can be bent or straight, whatever feels appropriate to you right now. Feel the air come in through the nose towards the back of the throat. All the way up to the collarbones. Exhale from the top of the chest, from the middle ribs, from the low rib cage. Feel the tiny muscles in the face relax. Let your temples relax. Let your cheeks and your jaw relax. Relax your neck and your shoulders. Just take a couple more breaths like that. Just settling in, tuning in. Feel the lungs fill with air. As you breathe in, feel your body relax as you breathe out. And then we're going to start with a simple stretch. Interlace the fingers in front of the chest. Turn the palms up towards the sky. Reach the arms overhead. And if your legs were bent, stretch your legs straight. Take about 5 breaths there, just letting the shoulders open. Breathing, stretching the legs. I'm flexing and pointing. I'm doing a little of both. Just start to wake up the body. You're laying on a flat surface, so feel your posture. Take one more great big inhale and exhale here. Now inhale the wrists back over the shoulders, so the palms are going to come up towards the sky. Turn the palms towards you, change the finger cross, recross, flip the palms out, and take the arms up and over. And breathe there. Just get the body working, waking. Great big, full, deep, healthy breaths. In through the nose towards the back of the throat, out mostly through the nose. Although occasionally a sigh through the mouth is helpful. Now unhook your fingers. The hands are over your head, close to the floor. Sweep them to the sides, take them down to the legs, take them up over the shoulders and up over the head again. 1. 4 more like that. Exhale down, just warming up the shoulders. Inhale up 2. Exhale down, inhale up 3. Exhale down, inhale up 4. Exhale down, inhale, take them up and over 5. Leave them there for the exhale. Inhale, take them up, exhale down. And as they go to the sides, start the inhalation and up, number 2, and exhale down. And to the sides and up, number 3, and exhale down. And to the sides and up, number 4, exhale down. And to the sides and up, number 5, and exhale down. Now bend the knees, tuck the tailbone under so the back is a little closer to the floor. Just give the knees a hug. Bring the knees into the chest, rock from side to side. Feel your back making contact with the floor and let the back relax and gently stretch. And then come to center on your back. So we're going to keep the knees together. Let the knees both go to the left, let them go away from you, but try to keep the small of the back down. Let them go to the right and in. And one thing you can do if you want is take the hands under the lower back. Circle number 2, we're going to do 5. If you take the hands under the lower back, it'll help keep the back flat. 3, give you a little more support. Or you can just let them rest on the side or touch your legs. And 4, starting to connect with the core, and 5. And reverse that, go the opposite direction, circle around 1. And 2, giving the sacrum a little massage, loosening up the sacrum, number 3. And 4. And circle around 5. And again, bring the knees into the chest. Take a great big deep breath here. Big inhale, big exhale. Now take the arms away from the body. I've got them out at about a 45-degree angle. You're going to take your knees over your hips, the shins parallel to the floor, but try to keep the back flat. So if I relax my back, I have a natural curve. I could like fit my hand under there. But I'm bringing the knees over the chest, flattening out the back, keeping the back flat, bringing the knees over the hips. So I'm engaging the core. Take the legs to the right, let them hover. Go back to center. Now touch the floor in the front, but keep tucking the tailbone under and come back up, knees over the hips. Take them to the left, press into the right shoulder, come back up, and go to the front, but resist letting the back arch. And we'll repeat. Take the knees to the right, press into the left shoulder, inhale to center. Touch the floor in the front, keep tucking the tail, inhale up, and to the left, and inhale up, and again to the front, and up. Number 3, take it to the right, the knees to the right. Inhale, center, flat back to the front, and up, and to the left. So you're trying to keep the shoulders stable, and to the front to the best of your ability. And 4, exhale, twist. Use your core to pull back to center. Exhale to the front, use your lower abs, keep the back flat. And exhale to the left. And inhale to center and take it to the front. And inhale up. And to the right, last one. Inhale, center, and to the front, exhale. Inhale, center, and to the left. And one more time, take it to the front, and this time give the knees a hug again. Take a great big breath here. Big inhale, big exhale. Now place one hand on each knee, and you're going to make a circle with the knees to try to loosen up your hips. Just circle the knees around. 1 and 2 and 3 4 and 5. Reverse that, go the opposite direction, circle around. 1, inward now, and 2 and 3 and 4. Now we're going to shift into happy baby. Take the knees to the side of the ribs. Take the feet up towards the sky. You might, some of you I know can grab your feet. If you can't grab the feet, that's fine. Just take the calves or take behind the knees. The shoulders and the tailbone are reaching towards the ground. Take about 5 breaths here. The back is still flat. Getting into the hamstrings, also into the hips. Now hold on to the right foot with both hands. If you can't reach the foot, the right leg with both hands. Take the left foot to the ground. If it's easy for you to grab the right foot and pull the knee in and you want a stronger stretch, straighten the left leg. We're just gonna go about 5 breaths here, or maybe it's more like here. So you're pulling the right knee in and the left leg's going in the other direction. 3. Shoulders still reaching down. And take the left leg back in, go back to both. Just take a breath here. Big inhale, big exhale. And then let both hands take the left leg or the foot, if you can reach the foot, take the right foot to the floor. Optional, straighten the right leg and take 5 breaths there. 1. I'm going to grab my timer, I always forget. And 2. Now I want you to, if you straighten the right leg, bend it so the foot's on the floor. And we're all gonna let the left ankle rest on the right knee. Press your left hand into the left inner thigh. And take 5 breaths here. So let the hip flexors open up, stretch into the psoas muscle. If you want, you can press onto both legs and get a little stretch in the right hip as well. Now, if you are at your maximum flexibility, you can absolutely stay here. I know a lot of you can thread the left hand between the 2 legs and hold the right leg. Some of you can take the back leg. Some of you might want to reach up and take the shin. If you're kind of not there, but you can go a little further than the foot on the floor, if you've got a block, put your right foot up on the block, or you could use a folded up blanket or something. Basically, the timer is on, yes. Bring the right leg as close to your chest as you can with the left ankle resting on it. You can make tiny little adjustments to the left and to the right, reaching the shoulders and the tailbone down. Just feel the ankle moving in and the knee moving away. Now curl the forehead up towards the right knee. If you're holding the leg, it's a little easier. I still want you to engage more abs than arms. If your foot's here, you get to work the abs a little bit more. And then let the head and shoulders go down. Let the left foot go down. Take the right ankle to the left knee with the left foot on the floor. And press your right hand into the right inner thigh for about 5 breaths. Or again, as I said on the other side, you can press both hands into both legs if you like. Trying to work against gravity that tends to compress our bodies. We're working to try to decompress. And then move into phase 2 for you. So if you're staying where you are, that's fine. If you want to put the left foot up on something, go there. Or if you can thread the right hand between the legs and hold the left leg, you can take it there. The back of the leg or the shin. The ankle moving in, the knee moving out. You make tiny little adjustments to the left and to the right. Try to push the knee out as you bring the ankle in, reach the shoulders and the tailbone down. Ten seconds more. Bring the forehead up towards the left knee. And let the head and shoulders come back down. Take both knees into the chest again. Rock a little bit side to side. We're gonna do a little more ab work and then finish off with a twist before we come up. So let the hands come behind the head. Curl the forehead up towards the knees. The elbows can come in. Lift the tailbone up. Do 10 bicycles. Take the left elbow to the right knee, the left leg out, and right elbow to left knee. 1 and 2. 2. Push the small of the back down. 3. 3 and 4. 4 and 5. 5 and 6. 6 and 7. 7. 8. 8. 9. 9. 10. 10. So you've got the right elbow at the left leg. Lift and lower the right leg 10 times. Inhale up, exhale down 1. You are welcome to lay on your back and hold the left knee 2. Inhale up, exhale down 3. Or hold the twist 4. Inhale up, exhale down 5. And you can see I'm flexing and pointing. You can add the foot if you want. 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. Repeat, start to the left, go to the right. 1 and 2, 2 and 3. Push the small of the back down. And 4, 4 and 5, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. You have the left elbow at the right leg. Raise and lower the left leg. 1. Feel free to rest on your back and hold the right knee. 2 and 3. If you want a little more assistance. 4 and 5 and 6 and 7, 8. How are we doing? 9. Now take the left leg up, take it to the ground. Give the right knee a little squeeze. Take a big deep breath here. And we're going to take a spinal twist. Pull the right knee across to the left. Tuck the left shoulder under. Look to the right. 5 breaths here. 1, 2. With an inhale, come back to center. Now your body might be a little crooked. Take the feet down, even out the back. Straighten the right leg, take the left knee in. Give the knee a little squeeze. And twist left knee across to the right. Tuck the right shoulder under, look to the left. Take about 5 Big, slow, deep breaths here. And with an inhale, come back onto your back. Set the feet down, even out the back. Then give the knees a hug and rock up to sitting. And then come on over to your hands and knees. So have the hands right under the shoulders, have the knees right under the hips. If you're on a hard surface and you need extra padding under your knees, feel free to go grab a blanket or a towel or something to put under your knees. Push the back up in cat tilt. You're like a scared cat, or maybe just a cat getting up from a nap. Tuck the tailbone under, take the chin in, spread the shoulder blades wide, and especially push the lumbar spine up, the small one back up. Take about just one more breath here. One great big inhale, great big exhale here. Rooting the whole hand. And then bend the back, inhale into dog tilt. So drop the small of the back down, tilt the sit bones up, and then try to drop the area between the shoulder blades down. That's a little more challenging. Root the hands and scoop the sternum forward. Squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other. Take one more inhale there. You're trying to stretch the skin across the front of the body. And now exhale, round into cat. We're going to do this 3 times in sync with the breath. Inhale, bend into dog. Exhale, round into cat. Inhale, bend into dog. Do this one more time. Exhale, round into cat tilt. Inhale, bend the back. Inhale into dog tilt. Come to neutral. You're not rounding, you're not arching. Turn the toes under, take the knees off of the floor. Before you straighten the legs, pull the shoulders behind the wrists so you can get the shoulders opening up, stretching the triceps. Now, if your hamstrings are really open, you'll be able to straighten the legs, drop the heels down, and have the back flat. But if your hamstrings are tight, the back is probably going to round up here. Maybe keep the knees a little bent, or just straighten one leg at a time. I like to do the one leg at a time because it gives me an opportunity to stretch the toes and the arch of the bent leg and get a stronger stretch in the straight leg, in the calf, and in the Achilles. And we've got more weight on the hands now. Make sure you're still using the whole hand. Try to press out into the palms and spread that weight out into the fingers so you're not just collapsing into the heel of the hand. Take another great big deep breath here. Now take the weight to both feet. Take the knees to the mat. Come into child's pose. Take the sit bones back to the heels. The hands can be forward or back, or you can rest your head on the hands. Breathing. Here, here, or here. Just feel the knees and the lower back and the hips stretch. And then reach the hands forward. If your forehead doesn't reach the floor right now, that's fine. Walk the hands out in front of you a little bit so the arms are active. Come up with a neutral back, not rounded, not arched. Dip down as far as you can go and come back up from successfully. And then just tip back towards the heels. We're not going to rest there, we're going to come right back up. Do that 2 more times, bend the elbows. If anybody wants to straighten the legs there, you can. But we're gonna go right back to child's pose, or I've heard this one called thunderbolt when the hands are out in front. Do that one more time. Inhale, come up. The elbows are over the wrists. Bend the elbows. You can now slowly stay on your knees. Inhale up and take it back. And then come up and go onto your belly. Inhale up. Bend the elbows and just come all the way down to the floor. We're going to do this 3 times. Scoop the chest up with an inhale, not using a lot of arms. Exhale down, just working the muscles in the upper back. Inhale up and exhale down. Squeezing the shoulder blades towards each other. Come up and then come onto your forearms. And stay in Sphinx pose for 5 breaths. So this is where I want you to really relax into the feeling of spinal extension, back bending. I'm pulling the elbows back to pull the chest forward too, squeezing the shoulder blades towards each other. And 3. And 4, trying to decompress the lower back, the lumbar spine now. Now, if you can go a little higher here, you can take the elbows up, but still pull the chest forward. Don't let yourself jam into the lower back. Actually, the opposite. Pull out of the lower back. Now, take the hands back by the rib cage. This is where we lowered to. Bring your shoulders up to elbow height. Bring the legs up. 5 breaths. 1. So now you're working the muscles in the back and in the back of the legs too. If you want to work the inner thighs, touch the feet together. 3, the big toes. And 4. Now tilt up till your feet touch. So here's your cobra pose. If that's too much, lower it. If you want to go to up dog, and some of you are probably ready for that, push the arms straight and lift the thighs. Try to lift up out of your lower back. So you don't want to let the thighs, drag on the mat, because that's jamming the lower back. Use the upper back to lift up, or stick with cobra. And then touch the knees. If they were off, go to the hands and knees again. Go to cat tilt again, because we were in the back bend for a while. Take about 3 breaths here. Whew. Go to neutral. Turn the toes under. Go to down dog. Let the shoulders open. So we were in back bend for a while. Now I want you to walk the hands to the feet. Just come to the back of the mat and come into a very deep forward fold. So if you don't want to let your arms dangle, you can put your hands on blocks. If you've got issues with your back and that's not comfortable, you can bend the knees. If you can reach the floor, fine. If you don't want to reach the floor, if you want to dangle, you can grab the elbows. So lots of options there. Feel free to make tiny little movements. Stretch out the lower back, stretch out the hamstrings. Big deep breaths. You can turn the head a little side to side, let the head hang like a big ripe piece of fruit. Take one more breath here. Walk back to down dog. So just walk the hands forward. And now this is kind of just a check for distance. Come to plank, just hold plank. So the shoulders are over the center of the palm and you're on the balls of the feet. Now go back to down dog. See if you can stay there and not walk in closer. It might be a tiny bit wider than you're used to. Just explore that. Bend just the right knee. And then bring the right foot up to inside the right hand. If it doesn't land there, take the left knee down and just grab it and pull it up. And now 5 breaths, explore what you want to explore in some sort of a lunge. So if you want to straighten the leg, you can keep it straight if it was straight. If you want to lower the knee, you can do that. If you want to lower the elbows, you can do that. If you want to bend the back knee, go there. We'll stretch. Another option is to come up this way if you like more of the kind of back bendy kind of thing. But get into the places that are the tightest for you to get into. Now, come on the hands if you're not on the hands. Push the back leg straight if it wasn't. Feel the sole of the front foot, feel the ball of the back foot. Take both hands to your front leg. Lift up out of your front hip. Crescent pose. One. If you feel a little shaky, you can keep the hands here. Keep that gravity low, rooted. If you feel pretty balanced, you can reach up. If you feel really balanced, you can even look up too. And 3. Now you can stay with this or bend the knee a little deeper and straighten the leg 3 times. 1. So challenge the balance, challenge the strength and the flexibility 2. And bend the front knee and push the leg straight 3. Now bend the front knee, circle the hands down, take the heel down, spread the weight out across both feet, bend the front knee, root the back foot, square the shoulders, warrior 1. Feel the difference in this compared to crescent pose. It's a lot more stable, but if the hips are tight, it can be challenging too. More challenging to get the front knee bent with the back leg straight. 3. And 4. Take one more inhale, circle the hands down, spin the heel up. You can go right to down dog. We're going to do the other side. Those of you who want to can bend the elbows and arch the back before you go to down dog. That's up to you. It's not really a flow class, but you can add a little. Bend the left leg, take 3 breaths here. And then bring the left foot up and take 5 breaths, getting into the pose the way you want to get into it. So maybe the knee down, maybe the elbows down. You can also put your elbows on a block. If I come down here, I feel it in the left hip inner groins. If I come up, I feel it in the right leg, quad, and a little more back bend. So explore, play. You can keep the leg straight. Don't have to lower the knee. Try to get into the areas that you know need it the most. Take one more breath there. Before we take the hands down, come onto your hands if you weren't. Straighten the back leg. Come to crescent pose. So press both hands into your front thigh. Try to keep a pretty deep lunge, but lift up out of the left hip. If you feel stable enough to take the arms up, you can reach the arms up. It's a nice strong stretch in the hip flexors. And then if you're comfortable bending the front knee a little deeper and straightening the leg, go there. 1. And take it down and up 2. And bend the front knee and straighten it 3. And bend the front knee and circle the hands down, circle the heel down. Go to warrior 1. 5 breaths. 1. Look straight ahead or up. 2. And 3. Now we're not going to come out to down dog. You're going to go down a little bit deeper and straighten the front knee. We're just letting the thigh rest for a moment. Open up and on the left side, go to warrior 2. Look to the left hand middle finger. 1. Reach the arms out, 2. And 3, relax the shoulders. And 4. Come down a little bit deeper still. Straighten the left leg, turn it in. Do warrior 2 on the right side. Bend the right knee, 1. Look to the right hand middle finger. And 2. And 3. Try not to grip the floor with your toes. 4. Go down a little deeper still. Let the leg go straight for a breath. Stay on the right side. Bend the knee. Go to side angle pose. 1. So elbow to the knee. The left arm is in line with the left waist and left leg. 2. Some of you, I know, can slip the hand down. Maybe the right hand to the inner ankle, or go outside the leg, put the hand on a block, or on the floor, but try to keep the left arm in line with the left waist and left leg. 3. And 4. Go back to warrior 2. Turn the right leg in, turn the left leg out, bend the left knee, side angle pose, the left side. 1, reach out with the right hand. And 2. And 3. 4. Come again to warrior 2. Now turn the left foot in and just take a wide-legged forward bend here. Lift the chest, inhale, touch the ground, exhale. If you can't reach the ground, use a block. Lift the chest. If you can bend the elbows, you can start to walk them between the feet. Just take 5 breaths here. 1. Hinging forward from the hips. Now, those of you with the elbows bent, straighten the arms, lift the chest. Everybody, take the feet a little bit wider. That's going to bring the legs, the hips a little bit lower. If you're having trouble reaching the floor, please grab a block. We're trying to get the spine parallel to the floor to do a twist. So take the left hand down and sweep the right arm up. Bring the right shoulder over the left shoulder. 1. And look up towards your right hand. 2. Try to rotate the right rib cage over the left rib cage. 3. And we're trying for a straight line from the left wrist to the shoulder to the right shoulder to the right wrist. 4. Now, those of you who are more mobile, if you want to let the arm open beyond straight up and down, just take a little extra stretch there. Take that hand down, go the other way. Take the left shoulder over the right shoulder, the right shoulder over the right wrist, the left shoulder over the left wrist over the left shoulder too. Basically a straight line. And 3, try to rotate the rib cage over the rib cage, getting that nice spinal twist. And 4. And then those of you who want to add a little extra can open up and take the hand down. Take the hands to the hips, come on up. Face your right leg. We're going to do revolved triangle pose. So similar twist, adding a lot of hamstring. A lot of people need a block for this one. So take the left arm forward, take the right arm back. Open that right shoulder up. Take the left hand down to the block or to the floor, inside, or if you can twist a lot, outside the right foot. And still you're trying to get the left shoulder over the right shoulder, reaching out into the hands too. Looking sideways or looking up. Big deep breaths. 3. And 4. Now take one more delicious inhale, and simply take both hands down. Face your right leg. You can put your hands on blocks. If you want to flex the front foot, you can add that too. Chin towards the inside of the right shin. 3. 4. Now, inhale, take the chest up, take the hands to the hips, press into the feet, exhale. Inhale, come up, reach up. We have one more pose we're gonna do. We're gonna take triangle pose, no twist. Move the right heel in line with the left instep, let the hip shift to the left, reach right, 1. Bring the left shoulder over the right, 2, look sideways or look up, 3. You can put your hand on a block or lightly on the leg or grab the big toe. Feel the whole body energized. And then come up with an inhale. So if you need the block, you can just grab the block. Turn all the way around to face your left leg. Take the right arm forward, take the left arm open. Take the right hand down and the left arm up, 1. Try to spin the left shoulder over the right shoulder with the back heel rooted. Look sideways or up, 2. And breathing, 3. Feel the spine long. And 4. Take one more inhale, spinning the shoulder over the shoulder, looking sideways or looking up. Take both hands down and face your left leg, 1. And feel free to have the hands on blocks. Optional, flex the front foot, get into the calf and the Achilles, 2. Just work your way deep into that left hamstring and the calf, possibly. Some people feel this around the knees if the ligaments are tight. One more great big inhale and exhale. Lift the chest up with the inhale. So you start to get lighter on the hands. Root the feet, exhale, stand up, reach up. Open up for triangle pose. Line up the left heel. Get the right instep. Take the left hand down. You can lightly touch the leg or put your fingertips on a block. Or if you can grab the toe Ashtanga style, you can do that. The neck in line with the spine, maybe looking up if the balance is okay and if the neck is mobile enough too. And 3. Let an inhale lift you up, turn the left foot in. We're back to parallel feet. Grab the hands behind your back. Lift the chest, open the shoulders, bend forward. See if you can get the hands to move off of the back. And give your shoulders a stretch. And if you have the fingers interlaced, slide the other hand on top for a few breaths. And inhale, come on up. I'm going to give you 2 choices because there's a few of you who I know I like a little flow. So you can just step the feet together to the front of your mat. Or if you want to get the upper body going again, you could step back, do vinyasa, come forward. These are for my flow fans, and stand up. We're all going to end up here for tree pose, and then we will sit down. So standing on both feet, you can start on whichever foot you want, shift the weight to one foot, turn the other foot out. Feel center shift, so shoulders and hips aligned over one foot. You can touch the big toe, you can take it to the calf or above the knee. If you have the flexibility to pull the foot to the inner thigh, it wedges in place a little better. You can reach the arms up if you want to, or keep the hands low. The gaze can be down or straight ahead or up. Just breathe. Strong but relaxed at the same time. Steady, deep, even breaths. Don't hold your breath trying to hold your balance. I'd rather you lose your balance, but breathe. You can always come back into it. Go back to both feet. Shift to the foot you didn't do last time. You can start by just turning the foot out, recentering yourself, lifting the big toe. If you feel stable, start to move the foot up the leg. Your tree is growing, maybe above the knee, maybe to the inner thigh. Low or high. Strong but soft, Shiram Sukham, steady and at ease. Blowing in the wind, or moving with the wind, more likely. And go back to both feet. You can lay down on your back, or you can take Sun Salutation A. This is again for my flow folks, people who like a little more flow in. And then you can jump through, or walk forward, or hop to a squat, and lay down on your back. We'll all lay down on our backs. Bend your knees. Have the outer ankles lined up with the outer hips, the feet and knees pointing straight ahead, the hands down by the feet. Lift your hips up. Now, those of you who can, come up onto the back of the arms more. Take your chest up towards the chin and start to walk the upper arms in towards each other. So you're bringing the elbows in towards each other. If you're able to grab the hands, you can do that. Ultimately, you're trying to get onto the back of the arms and the back of the head and have a little gap between your upper back and the floor. That might not be happening, especially if you're very muscular across the chest. If you cannot reach the hands, you can grab the outer mat and kind of push against it. A lot of us want to turn out here, try to get the feet parallel. They'll probably feel a little pigeon-toed. Chest up towards the chin, breathe. Now you could come down and rest and go up again. If you want to go a more restorative route, more restful back bend, grab a block if you've got one, and try putting the block under your back. Let yourself take the bridge pose with the sacrum on a block. Now, one thing you can do here, you can roll on the back of the head, open the shoulders more. That's kind of nice. You can also work with the feet a little closer together, which is going to stretch your sacrum, which can be very healing. Those are options, things you can play with. Now, I know there's some of you who can push to the hands and feet, upward bow. This would be the time to go there. Just feel the front body opening up, whichever pose you're in. Also, if any of you have a big ball, you can lay over the ball and do upward bow on a ball. You can do 1 or 2 back bends. If you did upward bows, if you did the upward bow, it's kind of nice to do it twice. Nice to do it twice. And then give the knees a hug, laying on your back. Just stretch the body the other direction. If you want, actually, let's do it. Go ahead and sit yourself up. Reach up and take a forward bend. Let the back stretch the other direction. Now, we're going to do an inversion. So my shoulder stand, folks, I will demonstrate shoulder stand and I'll show it with blankets. If you do not want to fully invert your hips up, you can take Viparita Karani. Grab that block again. Slide your sacrum on top of it. You can also do this with a folded up blanket or a couple blankets. And just take your feet up. It's so good to switch gravity on your body. If your hamstrings are tight, I recommend doing it against a wall or putting a strap around your feet or a TheraBand. If you want to do shoulder stand, you can do it right on the mat or take a blanket or two and let your head come off of the blanket, the shoulders on. So it gives you a little more space for the neck, curve in the neck. Take the feet over the head, take the hands on the back and come up. You might be more like this with the hips over the elbows, the legs at an angle. If you're flexible enough, you can come up straight. Breathing. My weight is still on my arms, not on my head. Slow, deep breaths. Just feel the whole body calming down, quieting down, slowing down the breath. And then if you're in shoulder stand, slowly start to take the feet over the head. There's a good chance they won't make it to the floor, which is fine. Those of you who can get them to the floor, you can take the hands off the back, stretch them the other way. You can also let the knees bend towards the forehead or the side of the head, Karna Pidasana. And then slowly roll down. If you're in Viparita Karani, take the feet down and you can remove the block or the blankets. Bring the arms alongside the body. You can look up at the feet, start to come up to the elbows, open the chest, drop the head back, fish. And ease back down. I don't recommend lifting the head, just kind of ease down. See how your body feels. If you want to grab a sweatshirt or a blanket, do that. If you want to put on your socks, if you want to give the knees a hug or take a twist, do whatever you need to do to prepare yourself for Shavasana. And then stretch out the arms, stretch out the legs, close the eyes, and take a rest. Take a few minutes rest. So allow your whole body to absorb the benefits of your practice. Some of you might choose to do headstand. You're welcome, of course, to get in whatever you need to get in to make your practice complete. Breath by breath, feel your body relaxing deeper and deeper. Now you are welcome, of course, to stay in Shavasana as long as you want to. If you are ready to come out, we can start to stretch and move. I am going to take you through a closing. You can be seated and join, or you can just rest and absorb it. So to bring the practice to a close, bring the hands together, Anjali Mudra. Take the hands to the third eye chakra, the center of the forehead. We ask for clarity in our thoughts and guidance in our sight, our vision. We ask that our attention will be drawn to what it will most benefit us to see, show us what we need to see. Take the hands to the lips for clarity in speech and communication with others, to help us say what it will benefit us to say and what it will benefit others to hear. And to the heart chakra, the center of the chest, for clarity in action in what we do, to help us to always live our truth, to always follow our hearts, and give us the guidance, the tools, and the courage to live that truth. Namaste.